Hi everyone, let's have a look on our tutorial Brayton cycle. So the first question is simple ideal Brayton cycle with air as the working fluid has the pressure ratio of 10. The air enter the compressor at 290 Kelvin and the turbine is 1100 Kelvin. Determine the temperature at the compressor exit, the backward ratio, and the thermal efficiency. So if you are not familiar, you can draw the graph out. So in this case, first I extract all the information out. So given is Cp is 10, T1 is 290, and then at the turbine, enter the turbine means expansion, start for expansion, so 1100 Kelvin. So initially is if we draw the graph, let's see, where's my pen? Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1 to 2 is isentropic compression. So we can use this formula since this is isentropic. Okay. So the P2, P1 is given. So therefore, T1 you have it. So therefore, you can easily get your T2. So the air is achieved. Okay, so what about the B? B is backward ratio. Backward ratio is the work in over work out. So in this case, work in is from the work out is the compressor, the work out is the turbine. So for the work in is M, H2 minus H1. But we also know that I can move my M this way. So this one become W over M. And so my value is over kg lah. So this is Cp, obviously is 2 to 1, okay? Cp times T2 minus T1. Since we have T2 and we have T1, it's easily for us to get our work in. Then next, we need to find our work out. Work out is mCp T3 minus T4. But we don't have T4, but if you look at this graph, right, 3 to 4 is isentropic or expansion. So we can use this formula, plug in here. If you look at this, P2 over P1 is 10. So P3 over P4 is 10. But if the balik, P4 over P3, then you have to do it, you have to flip it 1 over 10. And therefore you get your T4. Once you get your T4, it's given T3, you're able to get your work out. So once you have your work out, so yeah, so once you have your work out, and then this is your work in over work out, and then you can get your backward ratio. So for the efficiency, it's quite simple. You have to find the heat. Just now was work. So the heat Q in is 3 to 2. As even from Otto cycle, we know this is Q in. This is Q out, right? So go back here, okay? Q in is H3 minus H2. So we know the CP value, we know the T3, we know the T2, we can get our Q in easily. So as our Q out. And you able to get your efficiency? It's quite straightforward, isn't it? So next we go to question number 2. The air is used as the working fluid in a simple ideal Brayton cycle that has a pressure of 12. Okay, so quickly we can extract the RP is 12. A compressor inlet temperature is 300 and the turbine inlet temperature of 1000. Determine the required mass flow rate of the air in for a net power output of 7 megawatt. Assume both the compressor and turbine have efficiency of 100. And the next condition is the B is both of them 85%. So I extract all the information out. What we need to find is the mass, okay? And also we need to find the work. Yes, the work. So, okay, let's first, we know that if this is isentropic 1 to 2 dash, but in actual is the green line, okay? So we first find the isentropic first, okay? And we just need to use the isentropic equation and we can get the T2 dot dash. For the 3 to 4 dash, also the same thing. We can get it easily, okay? Just use the isentropic equation. So the isentropic work, very simple. It's work, so we just find the compressor work and we also find the turbine work in ideal condition. So from there, we can use the work, the net work equals to the mass times the difference of the work in turbine minus the work of compressor. So when you plug it in, you're able to find your mass flow rate. Okay, number 2 is the efficiency if both of the compressor and turbine is 85%. So pretty simple. For the turbine, you just time 0.5, whereas for compressor, you have to divide. Why this? You have to refer to the lecture notes. Is it okay? And then you can see the difference between the actual and the isentropic condition. Okay, number 3. Gas turbine of an automobile is designed with regenerator. Air enter the compressor at 100 kilopascal and 30 Celsius. The compressor pressure is 8. So the pressure is 8. The maximum cycle temperature is, so in this is 800. So, and then the cold stream at the inlet of the regenerator is 10 Celsius colder than the hot stream. Assuming both compressor and turbine is 100%, determine the heat addition and rejection when it's produced 115 kilowatt. So we can have a look on this part. Okay, so if you're not familiar, you can draw this TS diagram out. So the first thing is isentropic compression, 1 to 2, 2 to 4. 2 to 4. We first draw the Brayton, the simple Brayton cycle. 1, 2, 4, 5. And then in the middle, it's a cross. In the middle, it's cross. The energy from 5 to 6 is to supply to 2 to 3. But that's not what we are concerning now. So, but what we need to concern is the cold air stream leave the generator 10% colder. So which one is the cold air stream? T6. Can you see that? T6 minus T2 equals to 10. Okay? Is that okay? Okay. So then we convert everything to SI unit, the T4, and then we start with the 1 to 2 isentropic. So we can get our T2. Okay. Then because 4 to 5 also isentropic, and therefore I can use the T4 over T5 equals to RP power of the gamma minus 1 over gamma. So, and then after that, you can get your T5 because T4 is given is 1073. Okay. So since, like I mentioned just now, T2, T6 minus T2, if you look at the graph at the left side, the cold stream leave the generator 10% colder than the hot stream. So T6 minus T2 is 10. Well, ideally, T3 minus T2 equals to T5 minus T6, ideally. And I move my T2 the other side. Okay, so I simplify it. I can get my T5 minus T6 minus T2. Okay, T6 minus T2 is 10. And therefore, I have T3 equals to T5 minus 10. And I have my T3. Well, since you have your T3, it will be easier since you have your T3, right? And then you have your T5, and then you have your T2. So you're able to get your T6. Okay, check it out later. Okay, so let's have a look. The work net input is the CP minus the work from turbine. So since I have my T4, 5, T2, and T1, plug everything in, then I can have my net work. But the question asked is they are looking for the mass. So it's given that the net work is 115 kilowatt. Okay, then I have my net work over kg. I just put it here, and then I can have my mass flow rate. And then they want the Q1 in and Q out. Just plug in everything in. If you look at this diagram, right? The Q in is 3 to 4. 3 to 4. The Q out is 6 to 1. 6 to 1. So in this graph, this is Q out. Okay. 3 to 4 is the Q in. Well, let's have a look on this part. Okay, so then we just plug in inside the equation. Yeah, MCP, since I have the M from here, yeah, I have the CP. I also know the T4 given, and I found the T3. Therefore, you can easily get your Q in. But for my Q out, MCP T6 minus T1. So we also know the T6 from the above. Where is the T6? So from here, okay, T1, right? So, and therefore we can have our Q out, okay? So I would like you to try the fourth question, and good luck for your test on Friday, right? Okay, bye. Thank you, everyone.